There are 6 really, really interesting games happening in week 7 of the NFL season. That's this weekend. And these are games that I think will be good matchups. Next week I'll do a follow-up video to this one saying what happened. Let's analyze the 6 matchups I talked about. Where was I wrong? I really want to create a series where every week I say, these are the interesting games. I think they're good matchups. Here's what happened. And I think everybody does some kind of topic leading into a weekend. A lot of people do predictions or they talk about over-unders and gambling. I don't gamble at all. I'm not into betting. I don't have the money to do it. I can't waste money gambling. I'm not in a financial position to do that. And even if I was, that's not really who I am. I don't want to spend money that way. So what I want to do is point out the 6 games I think are the best matchups in this weekend and that I don't know what's going to happen. My favorite thing in football, and really in all sports, is when I don't know what's going to happen. When I can't predict the outcome, that gets me excited. And so these are the 6 games I think are most interesting this weekend in the NFL. Number 1 is the Texans at the Colts. The Texans are 4-2. The Colts are 3-2. And this is a really, really great matchup. And we're in a unique situation with these two teams. Both of them are coming off victories over the Kansas City Chiefs. It's very interesting. The Texans beat the Chiefs last week in week 6. And 2 weeks ago in week 5, the Colts beat the Chiefs and then had a bye week, so their very next game is against the Texans. That's kind of cool, kind of unique, interesting. And the matchup I cannot wait to see in this game is Deshaun Watson against the Colts defense. I think, Deshaun Watson to me is one of the word is that comes to my mind is like premier or blockbuster or must-watch quarterbacks. He's the future of the NFL in my opinion. I really love him. It's like him, Patrick Mahomes, and we'll see who else kind of comes and rises to the top. I thought maybe Baker. I thought maybe Carson Wentz. They're both, up and down. But Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes have consistently been incredible. They're the future of the NFL. And to me, Deshaun Watson is unrivaled. Nobody appreciates him enough. And the Colts defense, not only are they phenomenal, they're also getting back Darius Leonard, a linebacker who had a concussion. He was out for a couple weeks. He's coming back into the roster this week to play. And the interesting part of this matchup is that the Colts played a lot of press man coverage against the Kansas City Chiefs 2 weeks ago. I do not think they can do that and get away with it this week. The problem is that the Texans have, unlike the Chiefs, the Texans have a great receiver, DeAndre Hopkins. I dare you to play press man coverage against DeAndre Hopkins. That's a bad idea. Even for the Colts. I think the Colts have good personnel. They're not going to be able to play that style of defense. I am excited to watch that matchup, what happens. However, the Colts have had 2 weeks to prepare for this game. They had a bye week. So their defense is going to have a plan. Their offense is going to have some kind of plan. That's what I'm excited to see. I don't like, that's not true. I like Jacoby Brissett, the Colts quarterback. I don't love him. You can like something. Love is a next level. I love my girlfriend. I like my friends. I like Jacoby Brissett. I love Russell Wilson. It's a different level. And yet, with 2 weeks to plan and a great offensive mind, Frank Reich, as the head coach / offensive coordinator in Indianapolis, I'm excited to see what happens. The Texans and Colts, it's going to be a phenomenal game this weekend. It's on CBS. I hope you watch. I can't wait to talk about it next week. The second game I want to talk about, it's the Cardinals at the Giants. The Cardinals are 2-3-1. The Giants are 2-4. And this game is fun for one reason to me. I can think of a second one, but for me, it's the matchup between rookie quarterbacks Daniel Jones and Kyler Murray. The first overall pick and the 6th overall pick. They're meeting today or this weekend. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait to watch this game on Sunday. It's not today. It's happening on Sunday. And part of what's fun about this is I'm not sure which team has the edge. I have a hunch that the New York Giants have the edge. They're getting their running back Saquon Barkley back from an injury. He rolled his ankle basically. And every report I'm hearing out of New York is that Saquon Barkley is rearing, ready to go. Like when you hold something back for a while and it just builds up. You're like, I want to get it out. Saquon Barkley's ready to explode. He's the running back for the Giants. I am so excited to watch him and the effort he brings on Sunday. However, don't forget, the Cardinals have a good running back too. They have David Johnson. He's been injured. He didn't practice on Wednesday. but he is expected to play. But the key, though, is these two quarterbacks. Both quarterbacks, Kyler Murray and Daniel Jones, have a ton of talent. And Kyler has been he got put a lot on his plate. Kyler Murray has the entire offense at his disposal. He's doing stuff that I'm very impressed with. So if you get a chance, give that game a glance. Watch the Cardinals and the Giants if you get a chance. Just check in that game. I think it's going to be a fun watch, a good matchup. And I'm excited to see what happens. The next game I want to talk about is in Chicago. It's the Bears hosting the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are 5-1. The Bears are 3-2. And what's shocking to me is that the Saints are 4-0 without their starting quarterback, Drew Brees. Wow, that's awesome to me. And their backup quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater, for the Saints, has really stepped up. He's doing a great job. However, here are the teams that Teddy Bridgewater and the defenses Teddy Bridgewater has faced so far. I think the most impressive was the Seattle Seahawks, but he's also played against the Buccaneers, the Cowboys, and the Jaguars. Look, the Buccaneers have a good defensive line, and the Cowboys have a good pass rusher. The Seahawks aren't terrible. They have a good pass rush. But this game is different. You know, you can, I guess you can kind of go, I don't know what to think. It's weaker defenses. This game against the Bears defense and Khalil Mack, this is the one for Teddy Bridgewater that if he wins this game and plays well, you can't not buy into him anymore. This is a statement game and an opportunity for Teddy Bridgewater to prove who he is as a quarterback and show he can show up against an elite defense, because that's what's going to happen on Sunday. He's going to play against a really, really fantastic, I think the word is elite, an elite defense. And, you know, the Saints defense is also really good. This could be kind of a boring game because Mitchell Trubisky, if Teddy Bridgewater struggles against a great defense, which, hey, look, any quarterback will struggle against the Bears defense. Even Tom Brady is going to slow down a lot. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, no matter who it is, right? They slow down against the Bears defense because they're so good. But the Saints defense is really good. And Mitchell Trubisky, the Bears quarterback, is inept. He drives me nuts. Like, he has receivers open. He either doesn't see them or doesn't make a throw. He's very inconsistent. He's either going to cost the Bears the game this weekend or be the reason why they don't score a ton of points. I don't have a lot of faith in him, and I give an edge to the Saints because of their quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater. But the narrative here is two weaker quarterbacks, two great defenses, and an opportunity for Teddy Bridgewater to make a name for himself and say, look, I'm 4-0. Now I'm 5-0, and I beat an elite Bears defense. Give me the respect I deserve when you talk about me and mention my name. It's going to be a really fun game either way. Now, the Ravens at the Seahawks in Seattle. The Ravens are 4-2. The Seahawks are 5-1. The Ravens are at the Seahawks. And, man, these are two teams that run the ball really, really well. Both teams have mobile quarterbacks. The Ravens just traded for Marcus Peters, who I think is going to play. He went to college at University of Washington in Seattle. But the narrative here is Seattle's really, really good at home. And it's going to be a really fun test for the Baltimore Ravens. They've played in a lot of close games this year, at least where the final score was close. They blew out the Ravens, though. They got blown out by the Browns. And then when the Ravens played the Chiefs, the final score says that they were closer, but the truth is it was a blowout, and then the Ravens got a bunch of points in garbage time. And then the truth is the Ravens beat the Bengals, the Steelers, and is it just the Bengals and Steelers? Yeah, it's just those two. The Ravens beat the Bengals and the Steelers by 2 points, by one score. Sorry, my notes confused me. I apologize. So if you're beating the Bengals and Steelers by one score, and look, it is the NFL. In the NFL, what I love about the NFL is you never know what to expect. There's a lot of parity. Even the bad teams are good enough to compete. But I have a lot of questions still about this Ravens team. What are they? Are they a potential playoff team? Are they not? Like, where are they? Somewhere in the middle? Are they they're kind of around where the Lions are, where the Lions are really good? They're going to beat a lot of teams, but they might not quite be in the playoffs. Who is this Ravens team? If they can go into Seattle, a really tough place to win. I'm from the Northwest. It's incredibly loud there. I've never been to a game, but it's the reputation. All my friends that go there say it's incredibly loud there. It's hard to play. And the Seahawks rarely lose in Seattle. If the Ravens can go into Baltimore and make a statement and beat the Seahawks, that'd be a big, impressive win to me. The next game I want to talk about is the Eagles at the Cowboys. Both teams are 3-3 in Dallas. I think the Dallas Cowboys quarterback, Dak Prescott, could have a fantastic game here. The Eagles defense is not good against the pass. However, I said Dak could have a great game here. Here's the thing. The Eagles are really good at stopping the run. It's a weird contrast of the team. They have a great run defense. The Eagles defense is horrible against throwing the ball. Can Dak succeed if his running game has a bad day? You got to win. If you're the Cowboys right now, you're 3-3 against a division rival, the Philadelphia Eagles. You cannot afford to lose to the Eagles, and Dak cannot afford to have a bad day here. He's already, look, I called him not elite. I said I wouldn't pay him big money the other day. It's really looking bad for him, and he's got to win this game. He's got to bring out a good showing. Is it possible if he has a bad year this year that the Cowboys go, you know what? Let's get a guy in the draft. Let's draft somebody else and see if we have Dak. We're not going to pay him a lot. And maybe we can find a better guy. Now, all of this could be meaningless if the Eagles quarterback Carson Wentz plays like I know he's capable of. Right now, he has 12 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. I like him. But I've been waiting for him to wow me ever since his great season he had in 2017. I thought he should have been the NFL MVP that year, but he got hurt right at the end. And he hasn't been the same since. This is the game where Carson Wentz better show up, and he has a chance to make a statement here. Both teams are 3-3. The Eagles at the Cowboys. I know it'll be somewhere on television. Find it, watch it. It's a great game and a great matchup for two teams kind of backed into a corner that both need a win. Finally, the last game I want to talk about. The New England Patriots at the New York Jets. Be on alert for a Patriots loss. I know that's weird. I don't say that very often. The Patriots are 6-0. The Jets are 1-4. Zach, how could you possibly say that? It's the Jets. It's the Patriots. What are you talking about? I don't know if this is going to happen. I'm not calling my shot here at all. I'm just laying out a potential storyline. If this happens, I'm not going to come out on Tuesday and go, I was right. I told you guys the Jets would beat the Patriots. All I'm going to say is I said there's a chance this could happen. But I think there's a chance the Jets could beat the Patriots this week. They have all the tools they need to make it happen. The Bills almost beat the Patriots. Earlier this year, the Bills' defense is really good. They almost beat the Patriots. Their quarterback had a couple interceptions. Josh Allen, their QB, got hurt late. The Bills were unable to finish the job against the Patriots. The Jets, on the other hand, have the horses. They could finish the job. They could make it happen. Between quarterback Sam Darnold, who I like, who played really well last week, and then Adam Gase, the coach for the Jets, has a weird history of regularly beating the Patriots. He was the head coach with the Dolphins for a couple of years. He always had a way of finding a way to beat the Patriots. It seemed like every year, like, wow, the Patriots lost to the Dolphins? What the heck? Every year it happened. No matter who is at quarterback for Adam Gase, he finds a way to make it happen. I don't know if that's because he was in Miami and people go to Miami and it's hot and they're from New England and they cramp. Who knows what it is? But it's professional football. I don't think that would happen. Maybe. Some people say that happens. They say Miami's kind of a trap game. There's distractions. It's hot. Did the Patriots really get distracted? I don't know. But for whatever reason, Adam Gase regularly finds a way to beat the Patriots. The Jets also run the ball really well with their running back Le'Veon Bell. And the key is their defense. They have a defense that could stifle and frustrate the New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady. So I think there's a chance that the Jets can beat the Patriots. Also, I'm very curious, by the way. Everyone keeps sending me comments. Tom Brady it's not Tom Brady's fault. It's the receivers. Tom Brady's receivers are bad, this and that. It's like, Tom Brady's receivers are not bad. He does not have elite receivers. He doesn't have a Mike Evans or a DeAndre Hopkins or a Julio Jones. But don't blame the New England Patriots' problems on the receiver. You know, a friend of mine was like, they have a guy named Jacoby Myers. He's not even good. I'm like, do you watch the Patriots at all? Jacoby Myers was a great storyline all through the preseason, made a giant name for himself. He's from NC State. Jacoby Myers is the real deal. He's a real deal NFL receiver that the Patriots got as a steal in the draft. I know that you go, he was a steal, whatever. I don't think he was even drafted. The point is this. People look at where players come from and go, that guy must not be good. Jacoby Myers is a really good football player for the Patriots. But it's not just that. The Patriots also have, oh, by the way, Julian Edelman, Josh Gordon, Philip Dorsett. They have good receivers. They're not great. They're not an elite receiving core. But people got to stop telling me the Patriots have bad receivers. It's all the Patriots receiving core. Their offensive line is rough. Their offensive line is struggling this year, and that's why the Jets, I think, could beat the Patriots. But don't talk to me about the Patriots receiving core. Not to mention they're going to get N'Keal Harry back midseason. I think week 9 is when he's coming back. He's a first-round receiver. He's drafted last year. He's fantastic. Has great chemistry with Brady already. My point is this. Watch the game. Watch the Jets and the Patriots. I think it's going to be really fun. And there's a potential chance that the Jets upset the Patriots on Sunday. Guys, those are the games I'm excited to watch. There's 6 of them. It's going to be awesome. Enjoy Sunday. It's going to be so much fun. And we'll talk about those games next week. My name is Zach Schaumler. This is my podcast, Strong Opinion Sports. It's my favorite thing in the entire world. And I want to be very clear and open with the audience. My YouTube channel is monetized. What that means is that some of my videos make ad revenue. It's fewer than you think. A lot of them get claimed. But in the past, I've received donations from people on Patreon and PayPal. PayPal.me/Zach Schaumler. Patreon.com/Zach Schaumler. And because I'm making ad revenue, it felt kind of weird just receiving donations. I wanted to give something back for the donations. And so people who support me on Patreon can give me $1 a month, and that allows them access to a pool where they can ask questions. If you send me questions through Patreon's DM service, you comment on one of my posts on Patreon. If you give $1 a month, you can submit questions. And with my eyeballs, I look at every single question submitted. Then at the end of my podcast, I pick the best top couple questions and read them on the show and answer them in a segment I call Ask Zach. Now that's for people who have money and want to support me that way. If you have no money to give, no problem. I totally understand. I grew up in a mobile home. I've been a broke college kid. I totally get it. But if you want to help in some capacity at the end, you can support the show by telling your friends about it. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. Help me grow by telling your friends about this show. It would mean a lot to me. If you believe in my dream and you believe in this show, tell your friends about Strong Opinion Sports. Guys, my name is Zach Schaumler. Thank you so very much, and hope you have a great day.